Hi fellow enthusiasts, welcome to my channel. Let's go into today's video and we're going to come back at the end to wrap it up. In today's episode, we're going to look at web chat application. There are two formats we're going to look at. One is to chat with an admin, so we call it admin chat, and the second one will be friends chat. Okay. Alright, in the admin chat, we're just going to create the graphical user interface first. Alright, so for the admin chat, at the bottom here, we're going to compose our message. So compose, and we'll just have a button to send it. So this will be our send button, and then we're going to have a title, of course, and here will be the chat body. So our messages will show here. Very simple. On the friends chat, it's going to be slightly different. Same rectangle, but the difference now is going to be we're going to have a title, so we can maybe have it this way, title, and then on this side we're going to have contacts or friends. So let's just call it friends. So my friends will be listed here, and then this side will remain the same. Compose and send. Alright, so and this will be chat body as well. Alright, so we're going to create this and then we're going to develop the codes. So we're going to do one this week and then one the week after, or we might have multiple series for each of them. We go to jsbean.com. The reason we're using this is you have the HTML, the CSS, JavaScript, and then you have the console and the output. Right away as you're developing in this interface, JSbean body, you'll see the result almost immediately. We're going to use the CSS to create the style, and then we're going to use the output to display what we've created. So we're going to create the admin chat first. So we're going to have some sections. You have the top, you have the body, and then you have maybe the compose. So 3 main sections we'll create. So let's go to JSbean and create that. So right here in the body, whatever you put here is displayed in the output in near real time. So let's create a style for our chat. So we have the top, the body, and the compose areas, but we're going to put it in a bigger wrap. So let's start with that, and we call it the container. So this will be the overall container for our chat. And this container will have we give it a width, a height, and a background color. So width 450 pixels, height we're gonna give it 540 pixels. You can use whatever value you want, and then for the background color we're gonna call it let's say gold. You can always change these at a later time. Alright, so we're gonna have about 4 or 5 sections, 2, 4, 5 for now. So we're gonna have the top. This will be our top. This will be body. This will be compose. Oh, let's just call this input, and then compose, and we're gonna need one more. Let's call this send. All right, for the top, the width, all the width will remain the same, but the height will be different. So we're gonna give this a height of 70, and for the body we're gonna give it a height of 400. Let's make it 400 pixels, And for the input, we're gonna make it a height of 70. So you can see 70 plus 70, that gives you 140 plus 400, that gives you 540. So the overall, it will just be the size of the container. And input, we're gonna give it a display flex. Right. And for the compose, we're gonna give it a flex of, let's say, 4. So this is a ratio, and we're also going to give this a flex of 1. So this will be the ratio that they occupy. I will show you that later. Let's just do this right away. So we're going to create a div, and then this div will have an ID, and the ID is the container. All right. So this wraps the whole chart in this container, and within that container, then we're gonna have a div, and this div, the ID will be the top. Let's close that. And we're gonna put it in quote. Right, it's gonna be difficult to see if they have the same colors, so let's make this red. Let's just make this orange. Let's make this green. Let's make this cyan and magenta. Just different colors so we can see as we start creating those. So the next div here is going to be the body. Remember in the sketch in OneNote, we've created these different sections. So that's the body. We're gonna close that div. The next div will be the input. ID equal to input. Alright, we're gonna close it. Now it does seem that the height of the input is too much. Yes, the height of the input should be 70. The height, not the width. Okay, height is 70, and the width remains 450. All right, so make it to cover the whole area, and this has a all right. So the next one here, the input section will contain our compose and our send. So we're going to create a div within the input div. So this div will have an ID of compose. Right, we're going to close that div, and within it is going to be another div, and this div, the ID is going to be the send. So we're going to close that, close that div. Now you already knew that we have left the height as the default, which was wrong, so we're going to make it right. Right, the height should be 70. Okay, when you copy, just make sure you paste properly. So this is the outline that we wanted to create. We can name them appropriately as well. For the top, this is the top, and then this will be the body of the message, the chat body, if you will, as we created earlier on. And here will be the compose, and then this will be the send. Okay, we have the different sections. We can style it a little bit better so all the text will be aligned better, but here we're going to have a button for this section, and so let's call this send message, right? Send message. All right, then compose message here. All right, so in the next section we're going to create the codes that you need to send the message. We'll create the input text, and we should be able to send the messages. All right, thanks for sticking around to the end. That'll be it from us today. Please, if you have not subscribed, do so right now. And don't forget to like and share this video. Until we come your way again with more contents, stay enthused.